Welcome to the Advanced Dual Health and Life Coach Certification. Today we're going to be discussing mind optimization coaching modules, more specifically about the neurotransmitter balancing for peak mental states. Introduction. Optimal mental performance isn't just possible without a well-balanced neurotransmitter system, as these chemical messengers regulate everything from mood and focus to motivation and energy. Neurotransmitters such as dopamine, serotonin, GABA, acetylcholine, norepinephrine, and glutamate act as a foundation of our mental and emotional states. Understanding their roles is crucial for life and health coaches aiming to enhance a client's cognitive performance and resilience. Key points 1. Dopamine, the motivation and reward neurotransmitter. Dopamine is involved in reward processing, motivation, and drive. It helps us form habits and pleasure when we achieve our goals. Imbalanced symptoms. Deficiency leads to lack of motivation, fatigue, and even states like anhedonia, which is inability to feel pleasure. Excess may result in impulsive behavior or addiction. Practical example, a client struggling to stay focused on task or feeling unmotivated to pursue goals might suffer from low dopamine levels. Insights, moderate exercise releases dopamine, particularly when associated with small wins, making it a simple way to support dopamine activity. Serotonin, the mood and calm neurotransmitter. Serotonin regulates mood, emotional stability, and sleep-wake cycle. It also plays a role in health and appetite regulation. Imbalance symptoms. Deficiency presents in depression, low self-esteem, and anxiety. Excess can cause symptoms like agitation and confusion. Practical example, a client facing chronic stress and poor mood regulation may have depleted serotonin levels. Key insights. Mindfulness practices like gratitude, journaling, or meditation can naturally help boost serotonin levels while reducing stress. 3. Acetylcholine, the memory and learning neurotransmitter. Acetylcholine supports focus, learning, and memory retention. It regulates attention and helps transmit signals between the neurons and the brain. Imbalance symptoms. Deficiency can lead to memory lapses, mental fogs, and difficulties focusing. Excess may contribute to hypervigilance or muscular issues. Practical examples. Older clients who struggle with frequent forgetfulness may have declining acetylcholine levels. Key insights. Choline-rich foods like eggs, beef liver, and broccoli act as a building block for acetylcholine production. 4. GABA, the relaxation neurotransmitter. GABA slows down the neural activity for mental relaxation and emotional stability. It has a calming effect, especially during stress. Imbalance symptoms. Deficiency manifests as heightened anxiety, overthinking, and insomnia, and excess can lead to lethargy or slowed cognition. Practical example, clients reporting restlessness and chronic anxiety may need GABA boosting practices. Key insights. Tools like magnesium supplementation and deep breathing exercises can help regulate the GABA activity. 5. Glutamate and norepinephrine, the brain stimulants. Role. Glutamate is excitatory and supports learning, memory, and synaptic plasticity. Norepinephrine enhances alertness and response to stress. Imbalances. Overactive glutamate may cause neurotoxicity or migraines, while deficiencies limit learning. Norepinephrine imbalances often influence the energy levels and attention spans. Key insights. Balancing these requires addressing overstimulation and ensuring proper nutrients like magnesium and zinc. Advanced tools to support optimal neurotransmitter function. Dietary approaches. Protein-rich foods. Essential to neurotransmitter synthesis. You can choose options like lean meat, fish, and legumes into the client's meal plans. Micronutrients like magnesium, zinc, and B vitamins. Omega-3 fatty acids to encourage the consumption of fatty acids, and fatty fish like salmon to flax seeds to support the brain cell signaling. 2. Lifestyle strategies. Sleep optimization. High-quality sleep ensures neurotransmitter replenishment. Misaligned circadian rhythms often disrupt the dopamine and serotonin production. Regular exercise. Aerobic exercise stimulates dopamine, serotonin, and norepinephrine release while promoting overall mental clarity. Stress management. Chronic stress can burn your body's neurotransmitter resources. Practices like yoga or even nature walks restore the balance. 3. Mindfulness techniques. Meditation and breath work promotes relaxation, reduces cortisol levels, and stimulate the GABA and serotonin activity. Gratitude exercises help reinforce positive mental states, boosting serotonin and reducing stress. Visualization or goal-setting exercises, particularly helpful for clients who lack motivation, supporting dopamine and enabling peak focus. Supplementation should only be used as a secondary option. You can use things like L-theanine, which aids GABA production, 5-HTP to boost serotonin levels, and some choline supplements to target acetylcholine activity. Client applications. Clients with low energy and motivation. Plan is to increase the dopamine and norepinephrine through goal-oriented actions and exercise. Tools. Design morning routines incorporating a win. Add dopamine-building snacks like almonds. Clients struggling with stress and anxiety. Plan is to stabilize GABA and serotonin with relaxation techniques and dietary magnesium. Tools. A 15-minute nightly mindfulness routine paired with magnesium-rich meal, example spinach and pumpkin seeds. Clients wanting to improve focus or memory. Plan is to enhance acetylcholine production with diet and structured mental exercises. And tools could be choline-packed breakfasts like eggs and avocado and learning activities like puzzles or skill building. Clients with emotional instability. Plan is to regulate the serotonin through consistent routines, gratitude exercises, and nutrient supports. Tools would be to introduce morning gratitude journaling and a serotonin supportive diet. Clients with overactive thoughts. Plan is to calm the glutamate activity by avoiding overstimulation and increasing the relaxation strategies. And the tools are to use substitute caffeinated drinks with green tea and teach some box breathing exercises. Best judge of the chorus. Peak mental states begin with understanding the delicate balance of neurotransmitters. Coaches must act as conductors, harmonizing the roles of dopamine, serotonin, acetylcholine across the individual's client's needs. Educating clients. Decode the role and function of neurotransmitters with relatable practical examples. For instance, explain how serotonin ensures calm and focus in stressful moments, or how the dopamine provides a fuel to keep pursuing dreams. Building personalization plans. Address the specific imbalances through sustainable changes rather than hacks. For example, a client with GABA deficiency benefits from calm evening routines than simply taking sleep aids. Supporting long-term resilience. Build habits that maintain neurotransmitter balance even under pressure. Long-term approaches like mindfulness, structured routines, and macronutrient balanced diets transcend temporary spikes in mental energy. Balancing flexibility with structure. Create some frameworks adaptable to lifestyles. An executive might incorporate short meditation breaks, while a stay-at-home parent thrives on dopamine bursts via frequent small wins. Using evaluation as a guide. Track the progress using sleep journals, food diaries, or even a simple check-in. Neurotransmitter optimization is an evolving process, and regular evaluations refine the approach. Closing thoughts. Balancing neurotransmitters is a nuanced yet powerful way to help clients achieve peak mental states. By understanding the individual's roles of each neurotransmitter, employing well-rounded strategies grounded in diet, lifestyle, and mindfulness, and tailoring approaches to specific client needs, you can unlock profound mental improvements in energy, motivation, and improved emotional resilience. Teach the clients that mental optimization isn't about quick fixes, but building habits that nurture the brain's integrate chemical processes. Just as the neurotransmitters are messengers guiding the brain, you as a coach will become the messenger guiding them towards balance and peak mental performance. Let's have a look at the summary tables. Table number 1 looks at the key neurotransmitters and their role. Let's have a look at GABA as one of the neurotransmitters. The primary function is stress reduction and relaxation. Deficiency symptoms could be anxiety, overthinking, and insomnia. Excess symptoms could be lethargy and slowed cognition. Practical example is some deep breathing and magnesium-rich foods to combat this. Table number 2 looks at strategies to support neurotransmitter optimization. Let's have a look at one of the examples of sleep optimization as a strategy. Targeted neurotransmitter would be all of them, and the action is to replenish the brain chemicals during sleep cycles. Example tools are consistent sleep schedule and a dark room setup. Expected outcome would be regeneration and the balance of these neurotransmitters. Table number 3 looks at the common imbalances and solutions. Let's have a look at one of the examples of persistent stress. The associated neurotransmitter is GABA and serotonin. Impact on the client's behavior, there's chronic anxiety and difficulty relaxing. Coaching solution is introduce pre-sleep mindfulness and magnesium, and the outcome is reduced anxiety and better emotional regulation. Let's have a look at table number 4, which is client-based applications of neurotransmitter balancing. Client type, well, let's take an example of a chronic stress sufferer. Primary neurotransmitter issue would be low serotonin and high cortisol. Recommended practice or habit would be gratitude journaling and magnesium intake. Some examples would be reflecting on positives, pumpkin seed snacks. Expected outcomes are reduced stress and stabilized emotional states. Table number 5 looks at practices and their specific effects on the neurotransmitters. Let's have a look at meditative sessions as one of the practice. Primary neurotransmitter affected would be GABA. Other related benefits are lowered cortisol and heightened mental quiet. Client examples are 15-minute mindfulness break mid-afternoon, and the end result is enhanced relaxation and focus. Let's have a look at some MCQ questions. Take a moment to go through question number 1 and 2 without looking at the answer. Take a moment to look at question number 3 and 4 without looking at the answer. And finally, question number 5. Thank you.